Hey, we're going pro, aren't we? We want to make the pro money, don't we? Do you think the pros show up 15 minutes before practice? No. They show up and they work the muscle because they're getting better and better and better. So for 2 hours a day, every day, undistracted, this is what I do. Initiate, connect, locate problems, invite people to something in the future. Every day for 2 hours. This is the habit of a pro. You got to get your mind ready for what your body is about to do. Everybody see that? So you're going to go back on Monday and be like, all right, Coach Burt told me I got to do this for 2 hours. Then here's what some people are going to say. Dan, this is what I love. Who should I call? How about other human beings? There's only 8 billion on planet Earth, folks. How many people do you know that you could help right now? Be honest. See, you ought to be walking around, man, I could help that person, 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 I could help that person. Man, see, to me, remarkable boldness is I ain't afraid to call people. Because there is no such thing as rejection. See, now I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to call you. I'm not afraid to talk to you. I'm not afraid to ask you for something. I'm not afraid to follow up with you. See, this is what's missing. I probably coached 5,000 Optavia coaches in the last year. And I asked a simple question. Are you working this business 2 hours a day, every day? Do you get up and have total, undistracted time? That is not where you're doing this, and then you're doing this, and you're doing this, then you take a break for a few minutes. See, my daughter wants to do homeschool because she thinks, hey, man, I don't have to do the work. She's like, well, Dad, I can work for like 15 minutes and take a break and, do gymnastics around the house. And I'm like, no, that ain't what school is. I said, because if you don't get a skill in school, you are going to be broke later in life. She said, I'm not going to be broke, Dad. You're my dad. And I'm like, well, this daddy is going to cut you off at about 18 years old, sister. So you better be developing a skill. And the skill, you know what it is? To talk to people. We go to a restaurant, my daughter says, I want something. Will you ask? I said, no, I'm not asking for you. If you want something, you ask for it. Learn to ask another person for something. I'm not afraid to ask you for something. Can you help me? Man, I'm trying to do something. So here's the problem. Some of you are not doing this, which is telling me you're not pro yet. I guarantee you the pros in this room, the people that are up on this stage, that you sit back there in the back and go, man, I ought to be up on that stage. I'm good enough to be up on that stage. I guarantee you when you look at their habits versus your habits, there is a gap. And they are doing something you ain't willing to do yet, right? Every day. So here's my 4 tactical steps. Number 1, initiate means to start or reach out. I start and I reach out. I initiate. This ain't complicated. Hey, got an idea. Right? I'm watching. How can I help you? Great job. I appreciate you. I love your work ethic. I initiate. Step 1. Step 2, I connect. This is where the agape and the intrinsic motivation comes in. The intrinsic validation. When people tell you what's going on in their life, this is where you say, tell me more about that. Help me to understand what you're going through. How can I help you? I've been through exactly what you've been through before. See, when you connect with another person, you know what that does? It lowers their walls. They are open to what you have to say. They're not guarded. You got to know that the brain is telling them, no. Don't let these people in. Don't show any weakness. See, the way I disarm people is I smile a lot, and I'm friendly, and I get my head up, and I just talk to people. Hey, tell me where you're from. When I get on the phone with a person, probably some of you, I'm like, where do you live in the world? And they tell me, oh, man, I was just in Arizona last week. I just talked to them. Tell me what you're trying to do. And the next thing you know, boom, they just tell me everything. Trying to do this, I'm trying to do this, I'm struggling with this. This is a big missing structure for me. Okay, great. Now I have located exactly what they need by asking questions. And I identify A to B. Hey, the way we look at this, you're at A. A is your current position. B is your desired outcome. What is B to you? And they go, this is what I'm trying to do. Every one of you should know your coach's B's, and you should know what their because goals are. Because if you're really going to coach them and help them, you got to go deeper into motivating those people. So use this. And number 4, I invite a person to take an action. Hey, if this is interesting to you, join me at the lodge. Hey, if this is interesting to you, I'm doing a 4-week series. Hey, if this is interesting to you, I'm going to send you a video. See, what I do is every video we do, we record, then we use that in the follow-up process. Hey, I'm struggling with my follow-up. Okay, I'm going to send you a video of me breaking down the follow-up. I give. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. I give before I ask for anything. I give an idea. I give a connection. I give something before I ask for anything. Jab, 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 hook. Everybody see that? Some of y'all are so excited, you come right out of the gate, haymakers. Hey, what are they doing? Whoa! I want you to hear what I'm about to tell you. I coach one of the top guys at EXP, which is a top real estate company. He's like number 3 in the company. He's got probably 10 to 15,000 people in his. He said the number 1 place people mess up is in how they initially introduce the concept. See, a statistic tells me if you make a bad first impression, it takes 21 positive interactions to overcome the first negative one. Let me just let you in on a little secret. You ain't getting 21 chances, folks. Jab, 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 hook. So this is my system. This is my tactical system. I call this the monster growth system. Number 1, wake up every day and I write out my help list. Sit down at night and I literally map out the 5 to 10 people in my network that I believe I can help. I've heard Optavia coaches tell me, I don't know who to call. I don't know who to talk to about this. See, that's fear. There's plenty of people to talk to. They're everywhere, yes or no? I worked out with my best friend every morning in his gym. He's got a big gym. He's always talking about, I need to lose 15 pounds. Need to lose 15 pounds. Need to do this. Finally, I said to him, look, you're going to get on the program because I'm tired of listening to you whine about this. You know what he said? Sign me up today. Signed him up, lost his 15 pounds. All it took was me saying that to him, right? See, he was my best friend. He was my neighbor. Initiate. I write out my help list. Number 2, I go to work on who's in what's called my farm club. And my farm club are people who have indicated interest, but I haven't converted them. I'm farming them. I'm farming them. Number 3, I look at my red zone. My red zone are people who are close to making a buying decision. Everybody see that?